The first glitch. The déjà vu moment. Imagine this. You're walking down a quiet, dimly lit street. The world around you bathed in the soft, golden glow of street lamps. The evening air is cool, with a gentle breeze that carries the scent of fresh rain and earth. The hum of the world outside wraps around you like a comforting blanket. There's something peaceful, something soothing about this moment. The rhythmic sound of your footsteps echoes in the stillness, and the faint rustle of leaves above creates a soft, melodic harmony with the world around you. As you move along the street, you pass by houses, each one unique in its design, with windows glowing faintly in the twilight. Each one, you imagine, has its own story, a history that you will never know, but that somehow adds to the depth of this quiet street. You can almost hear the faint sound of voices from inside some of the homes, a distant laugh here, a soft conversation there, all blending together in the air, creating a subtle, peaceful hum. But then, something strange happens. You stop for a moment, a peculiar sensation washing over you. It's subtle at first, but the more you try to ignore it, the stronger it becomes. A feeling creeps in, the kind of feeling that is almost impossible to describe, but you know exactly what it is. You've been here before. The air feels strangely familiar. The very sidewalk beneath your feet a replica of something you've walked on countless times. You gaze up at the lamppost ahead of you. You know its exact position, the way it casts a soft glow over the cobblestone pavement. The leaves sway gently in the breeze, moving in a pattern you could almost predict. You can even hear the slight creak of the wooden gate ahead, like an old friend greeting you from a distant past. There's something more, a sound in the distance, faint and soft, but it carries with it a sense of déjà vu. The sound of someone laughing in the distance, the warm and light-hearted laughter that seems to echo across the street. You know you've heard it before. You remember it, even though you haven't been here in years. Or maybe you've never been here at all. But you know it. Every detail. Every moment. Your heart skips a beat. This moment. This place. It's not new. You feel it deep within you. It feels as though you are walking through a memory that has been trapped in time, replaying itself in this very instant. How could this be possible? You pause for a second, your mind racing. Could it be? Are you experiencing déjà vu? A strange glitch in the fabric of time and space that somehow pulls the past into the present, just for a brief moment. You wonder if you've stumbled upon a rare pocket in time, one where the line between what was and what will be becomes blurred, where memories and experiences overlap, like layers of a beautiful, ancient painting. But as quickly as the sensation came, it begins to fade. Like a fleeting shadow, the feeling of familiarity starts to dissolve, slipping quietly back into the fabric of the universe, where only a whisper remains. The laughter in the distance fades away. The rustling of the leaves becomes just another background noise, and the street, your street, becomes, once again, just a street. You stand there for a moment, breathing in the cool air, your heart still beating slightly faster, as if your mind is trying to make sense of something that doesn't fully belong to this reality. Something that can't quite be explained, no matter how hard you try to piece it together. And yet, there's something comforting about it. Something soothing in knowing that you've just experienced something extraordinary. How many people, You wonder, pass through their lives without ever noticing these small, magical moments that slip through the cracks of their consciousness. This was a rare gift, a glimpse into something far beyond your understanding. Perhaps it was a secret message from the universe itself, a small reminder that there's more to reality than we can ever know. Time, after all, may not be as linear as we think. What if it loops? What if we live multiple versions of a moment, colliding in ways we can't fully perceive? You smile gently to yourself, the corner of your lips turning upwards as a sense of peace settles over you. It's like an unspoken secret between you and the world. You've seen it. You felt it. And it's a gift that only a few are lucky enough to experience. With that, you continue on your journey, walking down the street, your steps lighter, your heart at ease, knowing that in the grand, intricate weave of the universe, moments like these are meant to remind us that the world is much more mysterious than it appears. And just as the last remnants of the déjà vu fade from your mind, you find yourself ready to embrace whatever comes next. Perhaps the next glitch, the next strange force in the matrix, is just around the corner. But for now, you let the peaceful evening wrap around you, as the street and the world continue their slow dance, unchanged, but forever imbued with a quiet magic that only a few can truly sense. The second glitch, the missing time. Imagine this. You're lying in your cozy bed, wrapped in the warmth of your blankets, the room softly illuminated by the gentle glow of the moon outside your window. The world around you is quiet, peaceful, and you're ready to let go of the day, to drift off into a deep, restful sleep. Your body sinks into the comfort of the bed, and your mind begins to quiet, slipping into that space between wakefulness and dream. As your thoughts slow down, your breath deepens, and soon you find yourself drifting off into the comforting embrace of slumber. The night stretches before you, and the worries of the day fade away, leaving only soft whispers of dreams to carry you through the dark hours. But then, something strange happens. You wake up, not with a start, but gently, slowly, as if you've just floated back to the surface from a deep dive. Your eyelids flutter open, and you're greeted by the familiar, soft glow of the moon filtering through your window. The room feels familiar, unchanged, but there's an unsettling feeling creeping at the edges of your awareness. A slight disorientation, a feeling that something isn't quite right. You glance at the clock on your nightstand, expecting to see the familiar time, perhaps 1:45 a.m. or somewhere close. But instead, the glowing numbers show 2 a.m. Your heart skips a beat. You could have sworn the last time you checked the time, it was around 1:30 a.m. Hadn't it been just a few minutes ago? It feels as if you just drifted off to sleep, yet somehow, the hours have passed. A quiet panic starts to rise within you. How did this happen? What's going on? You try to remember. What did you do between then and now? You can't recall a single thing. It's as if a piece of time has simply vanished, slipping away like sand between your fingers. A small, missing gap in the flow of your reality. Your mind races, trying to piece it together, but there's nothing. No memory, no feeling. Just emptiness where time should have been. The room is quiet, but the silence feels different now. There's something off about it, something that lingers, as though the very fabric of time itself has momentarily shifted, leaving you in a place that feels just a little bit out of sync. You close your eyes again, trying to shake off the odd feeling, to return to the comfort of sleep. But the question still lingers in your mind. What happened in those lost minutes? You try to push it aside, but it's like an echo in your thoughts, a strange whisper from the universe. Was it a dream? Was it a trick of the mind? Or was it something else entirely? It's as if time itself was playing a game with you, skipping forward without you even noticing, like a river that suddenly takes an unexpected turn, leaving behind a gap in its flow. You wonder, could there be a reason for this? Could it be a glitch in the matrix? A moment when the usual order of things was disrupted? Some say that moments like these are part of something much larger, something beyond our understanding. A subtle shift in the universe. A reminder that time is not as solid, not as predictable as we believe it to be. Perhaps the flow of time itself is not a straight line. Perhaps, just like everything else in the world, it bends, it folds, it shifts in ways we cannot see. But for now, there's no explanation, no answer that will make sense of the missing time. And maybe, in a strange way, that's part of the beauty of it. Not everything in life is meant to be explained or understood. Sometimes, the most profound mysteries are the ones we carry with us, unanswered and unexplained, like the gentle waves of the ocean that come and go without us fully grasping their depth. You take a deep breath, your mind slowly beginning to quiet. The lost time, the missing moments, fade into the background of your thoughts. The mystery of it all, though still present, becomes just another part of the experience, something to let go of for now. It is enough to know that you are here, that you are safe, and that the world will continue around you, regardless of the strange gaps in time that occasionally appear. As you settle back into your bed, you allow the peaceful darkness of the night to wrap around you once again. The soft rhythm of your breath returns, slow and steady, as your body sinks deeper into the comfort of your sheets. The lost time, like so many other mysteries of the universe, becomes a quiet whisper, something to carry with you in the back of your mind, but not something to linger on. Perhaps, just as the world continues to turn, so too does time continue to flow, even when we don't fully understand it. And in this moment, as you drift back to sleep, you find comfort in the knowledge that the answers may not always be important. Sometimes, it's enough to let go, to trust that not everything needs to be figured out. Not everything needs to be understood. And so, with that thought, you let yourself drift off again, deeper into sleep, where time no longer matters, where you are free to wander in the world of dreams, where the mysteries of the universe exist, not to be solved, but to be felt. The third glitch, the mirrored reality. Imagine waking up one morning, the soft light of the sun gently filtering through your window, casting warm golden hues across your room. The air feels fresh, and the quiet calm of the morning is all around you. You stretch and blink your eyes open, ready to greet the new day, feeling the comforting weight of the blankets you've just pushed off. But as you sit up in bed, something feels off. At first, it's hard to place. You stand up, your feet touching the cool floor, and as you move toward the kitchen, you notice something strange. The layout of your home has subtly changed. Not drastically, but enough to make you pause. The kitchen, for instance, looks slightly different. There's a new chair near the table, and the countertop seems to have shifted a few inches. The photograph on the wall, the one that you swear you've seen 1,000 times, is now replaced with one you don't recognize. It's not even a photograph you remember owning. Your heart begins to race a little. Did I rearrange everything in my sleep? You wonder. But no, that's not possible. You would have remembered. And even if you had moved things around, you would have noticed it by now. Yet, there they are, the small, unexplainable changes that didn't exist the night before. You try to shake off the feeling, thinking it must just be your mind playing tricks on you. Maybe you're still waking up, still in that space between sleep and full awareness. But as you go about your morning routine, making coffee, checking your phone, brushing your teeth, the feeling persists. It's like a quiet hum in the back of your mind, something subtle but unsettling. And then, as you pass by the hallway mirror, you stop short. You glance at your reflection, and for a split second, you're not sure what you're seeing. The person in the mirror, that's you, right? But something about it is different. The eyes staring back at you don't look quite right. They seem a little off, as though the reflection is just slightly detached. There's a subtle delay in the way your reflection moves, as if it's reacting to your actions a fraction of a second too late. You blink and look again, feeling a wave of confusion wash over you. Your reflection is you, but something feels off. The posture seems wrong, like you're standing a little differently. The way your hair falls, the expression on your face, it's not quite as you remember it. It's as though the reflection in the mirror belongs to someone else, someone you've never met. You take a step back, your heart pounding in your chest, and look at yourself more closely. But no matter how many times you look, the person in the mirror doesn't seem quite right. It's as though you've stepped into a version of your life that's just a little bit different from what you know. A reality where things are familiar, yet strangely unfamiliar. Could this be possible? You wonder. Could I have slipped into another version of myself, into a different reality altogether? This is a glitch in the matrix. A moment when the boundaries of reality blur, and the world around you seems to shift. Some call it a mirrored reality glitch, a subtle distortion in the way we perceive the world. Everything looks the same, but it feels different, like walking into a room you've been in 1,000 times, only to find the smallest things have shifted in a way you can't fully explain. It's like you've stepped into a parallel world, one where the universe has made small, quiet adjustments, altering the details of your life just enough to make it feel unfamiliar. The photograph on the wall that wasn't there yesterday, the chair that didn't exist, the reflection in the mirror that moves with a slight delay. Could it be that this is just a temporary shift? A brief moment where the fabric of reality folds in on itself, showing you a glimpse of another version of your world, one where things are almost the same, but not quite. You can't shake the feeling that something has changed, something small, but significant. The world is no longer as solid and predictable as you once thought. The boundaries of reality have become more fluid, more malleable. Time, space, and perception, maybe they're all just illusions, playing tricks on us. You take a deep breath and sit down at the kitchen table, trying to calm your racing mind. It's easy to feel unsettled in a moment like this. But as you sit in the quiet of your home, you remind yourself that maybe this is just part of the mystery. Maybe, just like the little glitches in the matrix we all experience, these moments of confusion are simply reminders that the world isn't as fixed as we believe. Perhaps there are many versions of our lives, many parallel realities, coexisting just beyond our reach, each with its own slight variations. Maybe reality is more fluid than we've been led to believe, constantly shifting and changing, folding into itself in ways we can't perceive. Maybe we slip in and out of these alternate realities without even realizing it, simply moving from one version of ourselves to another with no more awareness than a dream. As the morning continues and the feeling of disorientation begins to fade, you can't help but smile softly to yourself. The strangeness of it all isn't something to fear, it's something to wonder about. The world around you is filled with mysteries, some of which we may never fully comprehend. The matrix, the unseen framework of reality, is alive, shifting and adapting, offering glimpses into other possibilities that are as fascinating as they are unknowable. And just like that, the moment passes. The reflection in the mirror is yours again. Your posture, your expression, your eyes, moving in perfect harmony with your own. The changes in the kitchen, the new photograph, seem less important now, like they were a dream fading in the light of the new day. You've experienced something rare, something that few people notice. And with that thought, you feel a sense of calm settle over you. The world, with all its mysteries and glitches, is as it should be. Perhaps, just like in sleep, you too have moved through different realities, slipping between worlds in the blink of an eye. As the day moves on, you continue your journey, knowing that there are more mysteries ahead, more strange and subtle shifts waiting to be discovered. And as you lie down to sleep that night, you smile to yourself, knowing that the world is full of hidden wonders, waiting just beneath the surface, ready to reveal themselves in the quietest of moments. The fourth glitch, the glowing object. It's late at night. The world around you is quiet, the streets empty, the stars barely visible above the dark sky. The cool air wraps itself around you like a blanket, calm and serene. You're either walking through a quiet park or perhaps sitting at your desk, alone in the peaceful silence of the evening, your mind wandering. You're lost in thought, maybe reflecting on the day, maybe just letting your mind drift aimlessly. And then, from the corner of your eye, you see it. At first, it's so subtle, you think it's just a trick of the light, a reflection, a flash, or maybe your eyes playing games with you. You try to ignore it, thinking you've imagined it, but the curiosity lingers. Something is off. Something is different. Your gaze shifts to the spot where you saw the flicker. And there it is again, a faint glow just a few feet away. It shimmers softly in the darkness, casting a gentle, otherworldly light. At first, you wonder if it's a firefly or maybe a distant streetlight reflecting off something. But no, this light doesn't belong. It's too soft, too ethereal, floating just inches off the ground, casting no shadow. The glow is subtle but unmistakable. It pulses gently, rhythmically, as though it's alive in its own way, The light seems to have a soft warmth, but it doesn't hurt the eyes to look at it. Instead, it draws you in, beckoning you to come closer. You feel no fear, only a deep, almost hypnotic curiosity. It's as though the light itself knows you're watching it, aware of your every movement. You take a step closer, hesitant at first. Your feet make no sound on the soft grass or the quiet floor, and yet the moment you move, the object seems to flicker, as though it's noticing you. It hovers in the air, casting a pale light that dances across the surroundings, making everything look more dreamlike, almost unreal. You stand still for a moment, trying to make sense of what you're seeing. The glowing object seems to hover effortlessly, moving with an imperceptible rhythm that you can't quite place. It almost feels like the universe itself has paused for a second, just for you to witness this impossible phenomenon. It's like you've stumbled into a secret, something hidden just beneath the surface of your reality. You take another slow step forward, drawn toward it as if by some unseen force. You stretch out your hand, half expecting it to disappear as soon as you touch it. But as you get closer, just as you're about to reach out and make contact, the light flickers. Then, in the blink of an eye, it vanishes. The space where it once floated is now empty. The soft glow, the rhythm of its movement, all gone. There's nothing left but the quiet of the night, the stillness of the park or your quiet room, which now feels just a little bit emptier. The light, the mysterious object, has disappeared as if it was never there at all. For a moment, you stand there, stunned and breathless. Your eyes scan the area, half expecting the object to reappear, to come back into view. But it's gone, just like that. You wonder, was that real? Was it a glitch in the matrix? Some strange flicker in the fabric of reality? Or was it just a trick of your tired mind, a momentary lapse in perception? Your heart is still racing. Your mind is buzzing with questions, yet there are no answers. The park around you seems unchanged, peaceful, serene. But now you know, you've seen something that doesn't quite belong. Something that feels like it was meant just for you to see, and yet it's already gone, leaving only an echo of its presence. You stand there for a while, taking in the silence, your thoughts swirling. You feel as though you've stepped through a veil, just for a moment. As if the universe showed you a glimpse of something outside of time, something that exists just beyond our everyday reality. The glitch you witnessed is a reminder of how little we truly understand about the forces that play around us, forces that move just out of sight, hidden in the shadows. Perhaps the matrix, the intricate system that underpins everything, is always in motion, always shifting, adjusting reality ever so slightly, just beyond our awareness. Perhaps, in moments like this, we are allowed to see just a fraction of what lies beneath the surface of the world we know. A world where strange things can happen without explanation, and the boundaries between the known and the unknown can slip away in an instant. As you walk away, the park still silent around you, you can't help but wonder what it all means. Was it a glitch? A flicker in the grand design of the universe? Or was it something even stranger? Something that only the quiet hours of the night can reveal? Something that can never be fully explained, only experienced? You take a deep breath, allowing the calm of the night to settle in. The quiet rhythm of the world continues around you. The soft rustle of the leaves in the trees, the distant hum of the wind. The moment has passed. but its memory lingers, soft and unspoken, like a secret you'll carry with you forever. Perhaps one day, you'll see something like that again. Or maybe you'll never understand it, and it will remain a mystery, floating just beyond your reach. But for now, you let it go, trusting that the universe works in mysterious ways, and that sometimes the glitches are the very things that make life so intriguing. As you settle in for sleep that night, you feel a sense of calm in your heart, knowing that the world is full of hidden wonders, and the universe has more secrets to share than we can ever understand. The fifth glitch, the unexplainable sound. One evening, as you settle into the comfort of your home, the world around you seems calm, peaceful. Perhaps you're curled up on the couch, wrapped in a soft blanket, sipping a warm cup of tea or reading a book. The kind of evening where the clock ticks away in the background, and the only sounds are the gentle rustling of pages or the soft clink of the cup against the saucer. Everything feels familiar, safe. The kind of peaceful moment where the outside world fades away, and you're left with the quiet rhythm of your own thoughts. But then, something strange happens. At first, it's so faint, you almost think you imagined it a low, almost imperceptible sound. You pause for a moment, listening intently. It's distant, like a hum, barely audible over the other sounds in the room. You shrug it off. Maybe it's the wind outside or the house settling, something you can explain away. You continue on, turning another page in your book, taking another sip of your tea. But then it happens again. This time, it's louder, more distinct. The hum is rhythmic, almost like a faint vibration in the air. It fills the room, rising and falling in a pattern like a heartbeat pulsing through the silence of your home. You put the book down, suddenly aware that this sound doesn't belong. There's no reason for it. It's not the wind. It's not the house settling. It's not a sound you recognize from your daily life. It's something else. You sit still, the sound drawing your attention more and more. You close your eyes for a moment, trying to listen more carefully. It's subtle, yet unmistakable. The hum vibrates just beneath the surface of reality, like a whisper trying to break through the noise of your everyday world. You can almost feel it, this strange, invisible pulse, like it's emanating from somewhere deep in the walls, or perhaps from somewhere much farther away, somewhere beyond your comprehension. As you sit in the quiet of your room, the sound seems to grow. It's not loud in the way a crash or a bang would be, but its rhythmic nature is undeniable, almost hypnotic. The more you focus on it, the clearer it becomes. There's something about this sound, something that feels different, as if it's trying to convey a message, though you can't decipher it. The sound itself doesn't belong in the ordinary fabric of the world you know. You glance around the room, trying to pinpoint where it's coming from. The walls are still. The air is calm. The clock ticks steadily on the wall, its seconds ticking away with a familiar, comforting rhythm. But the hum, it's still there, hanging in the air, moving beneath everything, just out of reach. The room is perfectly still, yet the hum continues, an odd presence in an otherwise serene space. It almost feels like it's not meant for your ears at all. It's as though the universe is speaking in a language you can't understand, or perhaps this is a glitch in the matrix, an interruption, a recalibration, a hidden signal breaking through the barriers of perception. Maybe this is something beyond your normal reality, an odd glitch in the system of the world, one that you were lucky or unlucky enough to notice. The sound becomes more persistent now, rhythmic, almost melodic. It feels deliberate, like something trying to communicate, trying to break through the walls of the ordinary. You sit frozen for a moment, heart slightly racing, as the sound pulses through the air around you. There's no fear, only an odd sense of curiosity, a desire to understand the mystery, to unravel what's causing this unexplainable hum. Is it a message? Is it something meant only for you? The sensation of being on the edge of something, of understanding something just beyond reach, feels surreal. For a moment, you wonder if you're alone in the room at all. Could it be that there's something else there? Something hidden just beneath the surface of the world you see with your eyes? The hum continues, stretching through time, pulling you into a strange, quiet trance. And then, just as suddenly as it appeared, the sound begins to fade. Gradually, it recedes back into the silence of the room, like an echo vanishing into the vastness of space. The hum lessens, and the air returns to stillness. The silence now feels different, more complete, as if the hum never existed at all, like it was a dream slipping through your fingers. You sit in the quiet for a moment, feeling a strange calm settle over you, even as the question lingers. What was that? What caused it? Was it real? Or was it simply an anomaly in the world? A glitch that your mind was sensitive enough to notice? For a brief instant, you wonder if you missed something, if the hum was trying to tell you something important. But then, like the sound itself, the thought fades away. Perhaps it was a hidden message from the universe, a reminder that reality is never as fixed as it seems. The hum, the strange and unexplained moment, is a subtle reminder that there are things in this world that lie just beyond our comprehension. Forces at work behind the curtain of ordinary life, waiting for us to notice them. You take a deep breath, acknowledging the mystery, and then you let it go. It's enough to know that some things are meant to remain a mystery, something to carry with you, unspoken and unexplained. You trust that the universe has its reasons, and some things simply don't need to be understood. The room is quiet once again, save for the ticking of the clock, marking the passage of time in its familiar rhythm. You feel at peace, knowing that whatever that sound was, it's now gone. But you carry with you the memory of it, a soft hum that broke through the fabric of your reality, reminding you that life is full of unseen forces, forces that guide us, whisper to us, and sometimes glitch into our world to keep us on our toes. As you close your eyes and sink into the softness of your bed, you carry with you the faint echo of that strange hum, a reminder that there is more to this world than meets the eye, and perhaps, in moments like this, the universe is trying to tell you something. The sixth glitch, the sudden change in weather. It's one of those perfect days, bright, sunny, with a crispness in the air that feels refreshing. The sky is a flawless shade of blue, unmarred by a single cloud. The warmth of the sun on your skin feels like a gentle hug, and the world around you seems to be in perfect harmony. You step outside, taking in the peacefulness of the moment. Perhaps you're going for a walk in the park, or simply stepping out to enjoy the beauty of the day. You breathe deeply, letting the fresh air fill your lungs, your thoughts light and carefree. The world seems to move in slow motion, the kind of day that makes you appreciate the simple things, the the flutter of leaves in the breeze, the soft chirp of distant birds, the warmth of the sun on your face. Everything feels right, and as you walk, you marvel at how beautiful and peaceful the world can be when everything seems to align just perfectly. But then, something strange happens. As you continue on your walk, you feel a sudden shift. The air around you, which had been warm and pleasant, suddenly cools. You feel a chill run through your body, and you pause, momentarily confused. The warmth you'd been enjoying just moments ago seems to have evaporated, replaced by a sharp, unexpected drop in temperature. It's as if the entire atmosphere has changed in an instant, without warning. You glance up, and in the span of a few heartbeats, the sky begins to shift as well. The blue sky that had been so clear just moments ago starts to fill with dark, heavy clouds, spreading across the sky like a blanket being drawn over the sun. You can't quite believe your eyes. Just a second ago, everything was fine, and now, this. The wind picks up, blowing cold and biting. You pull your jacket tighter around you, feeling the change in the air. And then, the rain begins. At first, it's just a few drops, but within moments, the light drizzle turns into sheets of rain. It's as though the clouds had been holding back, and now they've released their weight all at once. The rain falls in a sudden, torrential downpour, drenching everything in its path. But here's the strange part: you didn't hear any weather forecast predicting rain. There wasn't a single cloud in the sky just moments ago. In fact, the forecast had promised sunny weather all day. You can't explain it. How could this happen so suddenly? How did the world around you change so quickly, without warning, without any indication that this was coming? As you stand there, watching the rain pour down in sheets, a strange thought begins to settle in your mind. Was this some glitch in the Matrix? Could it be that reality itself has somehow shifted, as if the system behind the scenes decided, for reasons unknown, to make an unexpected change? The weather, something we assume is constant and predictable, has just defied all logic, and you're left standing in the middle of it, completely bewildered. You take a few steps, letting the rain soak you for a moment, still trying to grasp what's happening. Could the weather, too, be controlled by the Matrix? Maybe it's not just the events in your life that bend and change without explanation. Maybe nature itself is part of this larger, more mysterious system. Perhaps it's recalibrating, adjusting to some deeper need, altering the very fabric of the world in ways we don't fully understand. As you stand in the rain, you feel the weight of the moment. The rain is heavy, but there's something oddly calming about it. It's as if the universe is telling you that nothing is set in stone, nothing is permanent. The sky, the weather, reality itself, these things can change in an instant, without explanation. And in that realization, you find peace. The world isn't as rigid as we think. Things can shift, and they can shift quickly, whether we understand why or not. And then, just as quickly as it started, the rain begins to slow down. The clouds, too, begin to dissipate, breaking apart as the sun begins to shine through again, timid at first, and then full force. You stand there, watching as the sky clears, the clouds breaking into fluffy, white fragments, and the sun's warm rays slowly return, drying the ground beneath you. Within moments, the world is back to the serene calm it was before. The temperature warms again, and the air feels just as fresh and inviting as it did earlier. It's as if nothing ever happened. The storm, the rain, the sudden shift in the weather gone, as though it had never existed. And yet, you know that it did. You know you felt it. You saw it. And in that brief, inexplicable moment, reality itself seemed to bend in ways that can't be explained. You stand there, taking it all in, marveling at how quickly things can change. How quickly the world can shift beneath your feet without a single warning. It's a reminder that reality, like everything else, is fluid, always moving, always evolving. Nothing is permanent, nothing is fixed. Just like the weather, the world around us is always shifting, always adjusting, always changing. As you continue on your walk, the sun now fully back in the sky, you carry with you the memory of the strange, unexpected rain, and the reminder that life and the world itself is full of mysteries waiting to be discovered. And perhaps, in those moments when reality shifts and changes in ways we can't understand, we're given a glimpse into something greater, something far beyond our comprehension. You smile to yourself, knowing that sometimes the most beautiful things are the ones we can't explain. And with that thought, you walk on, letting the peaceful calm of the day wash over you, ready to embrace whatever unexpected wonders the world may have in store next. As you lie down to sleep that night, you feel the warmth of the sun still on your skin, even though the day is over. The memory of the sudden change in weather lingers, like a gentle whisper from the universe, reminding you that the world is full of surprises, and perhaps that's the magic of it all. The seventh glitch, the vanishing object. It's late at night, and the world around you is quiet. The house is still, and the soft hum of the world outside seems far away. You've spent the day busy with work or activities, and now, as the day winds down, you find yourself preparing for bed. The room is bathed in soft light, perhaps from a nearby lamp or the gentle glow of the moon filtering in through your window. It's peaceful, the kind of night where everything feels right. You stretch and sigh, ready to settle in for a good night's sleep. You walk into the living room, your phone resting on the coffee table, the remote control beside it. The room is tidy, and the air feels calm, like the stillness of the world is surrounding you. You decide to get a glass of water before bed, and as you walk to the kitchen, your mind begins to wander. Thoughts of the day, of the things you still need to do, fill your head, but the comfort of the night and the peaceful surroundings settle your nerves. You take your time in the kitchen, the quiet hum of the fridge and the soft sound of the faucet filling the air. You enjoy these small, tranquil moments before slipping into the world of dreams. But when you return to the living room, something strange happens. As you step back into the room, you immediately notice it. Your phone is gone. It's not just moved to the side, not slightly out of place. It's completely gone. Your phone, the one you clearly remember placing on the coffee table not 5 minutes ago, has disappeared without a trace. You blink, confused, thinking maybe you just overlooked it. You glance around, scanning the area for any sign of where it could be. But it's not on the coffee table. It's not on the couch or the floor. You check under the cushions, even peek behind the table, but it's nowhere to be found. The silence in the room deepens as the feeling of unease begins to settle in. You try to reassure yourself that it's just misplaced. You walk around the room again, slowly this time, checking every possible spot. But the more you look, the more you wonder, how could it just vanish? The knot in your stomach tightens as you search again. You check the kitchen, just in case you picked it up without realizing, but it's not there either. The house feels different now, as if something in the air has shifted. The more you search, the more confused and unsettled you become. It doesn't make sense. It's just a phone. How could it have disappeared so completely with no trace? For a moment, panic starts to creep in. What if it's gone for good? You think, what if something strange is happening here? Something beyond my understanding. But then, just as quickly as the panic rises, you feel a subtle shift in the air. You turn back toward the coffee table, and there it is. Your phone, right back where you had left it, sitting innocently on the table, just as if nothing had happened. You freeze, staring at it. You take a step forward, your mind racing to make sense of what you just experienced. Was it a trick of the light, a lapse in your memory, or something more mysterious? It doesn't make sense. You clearly saw the phone vanish, yet here it is, as though it had never left. You reach out to touch it, your fingers brushing across the cool surface of the phone. It's exactly the same as before. No signs of being moved, no indication of anything unusual. It's like the phone just slipped through some crack in reality and then decided to return, as though nothing had happened at all. A sense of wonder replaces the panic. The feeling of mystery lingers in the air, and you can't help but feel a little awe at the strange occurrence. Was that a glitch? You wonder. Was it real? Or perhaps, in that brief moment, the fabric of reality itself bent, just for a second, and your phone slipped out of sight, only to return when the universe saw fit. You take a deep breath, a smile creeping onto your face. It's a small glitch in the matrix, something almost imperceptible, but enough to make you stop and think. It reminds you that the world we see around us isn't as stable or predictable as we might believe. The fabric of reality, so solid and sure at times, is actually more delicate than we realize. There are forces beyond our understanding, things we don't yet know about, and sometimes they make themselves known in the most unexpected ways. You sit down on the couch, taking in the moment. Everything seems to be exactly as it was before, but now there's a new layer to it all. The world feels a little different, a little more mysterious. The strange disappearance of your phone has reminded you that there are forces at play behind the scenes, things we can't always see or explain. In this vast, ever-changing world, not everything is as it appears. As you finally settle down to bed, the confusion and wonder still swirl around you, but there's a calmness that settles in your chest. You're not sure what happened, or why it happened, but it's okay. Some things, after all, are not meant to be fully understood. They're just there to remind you that the world is full of mysteries waiting to be discovered. You close your eyes and let yourself relax into the softness of your bed, your body sinking into the comfort of your sheets. The phone, now resting in its familiar place on the coffee table, seems like just another part of your world. But deep down, you know that reality is more fragile than it seems. A momentary glitch, a fleeting lapse in the matrix, has shown you that there's always something just beneath the surface, something that's waiting to surprise you. As you drift off to sleep, you carry with you the memory of the vanishing phone, a reminder that even the smallest glitches in the world can lead to a greater understanding of the universe's mysteries. The eighth glitch. The repeating day. It's a quiet morning, the kind that feels like it holds the promise of a peaceful day ahead. You wake up slowly, stretching beneath the soft warmth of your blankets. The sun filters through the curtains, casting gentle beams of light across the room. It's just another ordinary day, or so it seems. You get out of bed, your feet meeting the cool floor as you move towards your usual morning routine. You make yourself a cup of coffee, the aroma filling the kitchen, soothing and familiar. You check your messages, glance at the news, and mentally prepare yourself for the day ahead. It's the same as always. The clock ticks steadily, and time moves along in its expected rhythm. Everything feels calm and normal, like it should. But then, something strange catches your attention. It's subtle at first, a feeling in the air that you can't quite place. As you sip your coffee, you hear the phone ring. It's a familiar sound, but when you check the screen, you see that it's the same person who called you yesterday, at almost exactly the same time. You pick up the phone, exchanging the usual pleasantries, but there's an odd sensation in the back of your mind. This moment, this conversation, feels too familiar. You've already had this conversation, haven't you? The words seem to be coming out of your mouth before they even form in your mind. And as you respond to the caller, you notice that they are saying the exact same things as before. Even their tone, the way they phrase certain sentences, feels like déjà vu, as if you've already lived through it. You hang up the phone, shaking your head slightly, trying to shake off the weird feeling. But it doesn't stop there. You walk into the living room and flick on the radio, as you do every morning. The same song is playing. Exactly the same song, in the same part of the song, at the same time. You stand still for a moment, your heart rate quickening as you begin to notice the pattern. This is the same song you heard yesterday, at this exact moment, as you sipped your coffee and checked your phone. A chill runs down your spine. Something is wrong. The sun shining through the window feels the same, the light almost identical to what it was moments ago. You look out the window, and the world outside it seems the same as well. You've seen this before, the way the light touches the leaves on the trees, the exact angle of the sunlight. Everything is as it was. It's all too perfect, too repetitive, and for the first time, you feel like something is off, like a crack in the fabric of your reality. It dawns on you. This day, it's repeating. The realization hits you like a wave. You've already lived this moment. You've already done these things, gone through the motions. You stand there, frozen for a moment, trying to make sense of it. How could this be possible? Why is the world around you playing out the exact same sequence of events again, as if on a loop? You glance at the clock. The hands tick forward, and you begin to notice the subtle shifts in the environment. The way the phone rings again, at the same time, from the same person. The way the song plays on the radio, exactly as it did just a moment ago. You check the time, your pulse racing. The day is repeating itself. You've already lived through this moment, and somehow, the universe is playing it over again, as if you're trapped in a loop. The sense of déjà vu grows stronger with each passing minute. But no matter what you do, the events unfold exactly as they did before. You can't change it. You can't alter it. It's as if time itself is stuck, replaying the same moments over and over again. And you're the only one who seems to notice. Everyone around you, the people you interact with, The sounds you hear, the objects you see, are all moving as if they haven't been through this before. But you know, deep down, that you've lived through this exact moment.